Being a mother, my dear brothers and sisters, is the greatest qualification you can have. By Allah, it is. And I like to call our mothers trim tabbers. Trim tabbers. You know what a trim tabber is? A trim tabber is the small rudder on the Titanic that needs to turn so the big rudder of the Titanic can turn, which needs to turn so this mighty ship can turn. Subhanallah. She's a trim tabber, right? If she doesn't do what she does, she cannot nurture the big rudder that can do what he needs to do or she needs to do to cause a fundamental shift in the world, to impact this world in a great way. Look at Imam Malik, rahimahullah. Imam Malik had a mother. She was a trim tabber. She was. She brought him up, rahimahullah. And she took him to the teacher of Imam Malik and she said to him, teach him manners before you teach him knowledge. Subhanallah. Today, which mother does that? Mother would say, he's the sheikh. You know, the sheikh knows. No. You the sheikh, but I'm the sheikha. Right? You the sheikh, but I'm the bigger sheikh. I'm telling you what to do. This is my son. It's my responsibility. Teach him manners before you teach him knowledge. Who was Imam Malik? Did Imam Malik not instigate a fundamental shift in this life? Of course he did. His contribution to fiqh can never go unnoticed. But he caused the ship to turn being a rudder, but him as a rudder turned when the trim tabber, the small rudder turned. And that was his mother doing what she needed to do. Think of this, my dear mothers who are listening very attentively, and my dear sisters who inshallah one day will become mothers. And again, I'm not saying you should be locked up in a glass box as a mother. I'm not saying you shouldn't excel in education. I'm not saying you shouldn't excel in your fields of specialities and concentration. No. I am saying prioritize. When you list your greatest achievements, make sure motherhood is at the top. Before you being a chartered accountant or being a flamboyant lawyer or being an amazing engineer, list motherhood as your greatest achievement, because Islam has given it great weight. And we know this, my dear mothers, we know that Islam has taught us that the greatest right upon a child is to respect his mother or her mother before the father. When the person went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, who has a greater right of my care and my concern and my respect? He said, your mother. Then who? Your mother. Then who? Your mother. It didn't come for free, my dear mothers and sisters. It came because of the elegance that Islam has placed in motherhood and you being a mother, and Islam recognizing your contribution. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring about a great understanding. I've been given a red card and I say this every day, but people fail to realize we started this lesson late. Just a couple minutes and we'll end. A couple minutes which we ask Allah to put barakah in so it becomes 5, inshallah. You know, we have elective roles and we have mandatory roles. Anybody who studies management knows this. We have elective roles and mandatory roles. Mandatory roles are those roles which you cannot give up. They are God-given roles to you. Elective roles are those roles which you choose to assume. Your degree, your qualification, your job title. Your mandatory role is you being a mother. How sad is it today that we've switched priorities and we've given excellence and attention to elective roles over mandatory roles? Isn't that a contradiction? Isn't this something strange? Doesn't this go against common sense? Right? So this is the lesson that we learn, my dear mothers and my dear sisters, from the birth of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left him in the care of his mother from a young age.